Speaking of French thing, I see more and more people picking up that Expedition 33 game. I'm afraid it's gonna make some Frenchaboos because it's French. And a lot of people are starting to be a little bit too French for my taste, right? Specifically for those who are not French. I see a lot of Frenchaboos now. Gatekeeping French? No, you can have it. Kidding. I don't care. If anything, I'm flattered that people think my language is beautiful. It's not. It's really hard and dumb and annoying and overly complicated just for the sake of trying to be fancy, and I would much rather speak English for the rest of my life. Yeah, sure, French is kind of pretty and poetic, but it's overly complicated and I don't like it. What can I do? It's my primary language that I grew up speaking, but it sounds nice though. Oh, I bet it doesn't it? Now try spelling things in French and you'll be like, oh man, it sounds a lot better than when you write it. When you write it down, what the hell is this? I'll go back to speaking it. I don't want to spell anything. I always prefer English. I think English is like the ultimate internet language. At least, you know, most popular websites and applications and social media platforms and video hosting sites are all like mainly English. Most of the top YouTubers are English speakers. Most of the top streamers are English speakers. I think they are actually. It just makes sense to speak English. Because English is easy. Yep, English is easy. And that's a compliment, by the way. That's coming from someone that learned English as a second language. I love English because it's easy. Is it? Yeah, for someone like me, grew up speaking French, picking up English was like, actually, my savior. Because I realized upon getting better at English, I was like, wait, I don't have to grow up speaking French as much anymore. I was like, wait, dang, this language is so much easier. Everybody speaks it. It's simple and it's very useful. Oh, hell, I don't want to play with you French anymore. I feel like nowadays French is kind of, it doesn't really help me a lot in my everyday life. To me, it's like I speak to my accountant in French and I speak with my family in French, and that's about it. And I'm serious. I don't really speak French to anyone else. I get that question a lot. Do you speak with Zali offline? No. I've worked with Zali for like almost 2 years, just me and him, and I can count on my hands how many times I've spoken French to Zali. We don't really speak French. The only time we'll ever speak French to each other is when we can't think of a word in English, so we just say the French version. We'll be like, oh, it's like this thing. I forgot the word. And I say it in French, and he's like, oh, okay, I understand. And then we move on, and we speak English again. That's pretty much it. Isn't Canadian French a bit different than France French? Yes. It's like a Scottish person speaking English with an American. Heavy Scottish accent, going really fast. And the American would be like, what the hell are you saying? That's pretty much that, even though we speak the same language. Is it really that different? Kinda. This is where I bring up that fun fact out of my brain that I bring up whenever I talk about Canadian French. Did you guys know, long time ago, when French Canada was a colony from the French, and then the French abandoned us, and they were like, we don't deal with you guys anymore, bye-bye. You guys are too much of a pain to deal with. Because they were at war with the British, and then when they abandoned us, back home in France, they had something called a révolution. And then they killed their king. Whoa! And when they did that, they were like, guys, how about we change our language? So they changed their language. A lot of things about the language. The thing is, they updated the game in France, but back in Canada, we had no Wi-Fi. So the new patch note, we didn't get that. No patch notes. So we kept the old way of speaking and talking and writing. You could theoretically say, because French people will say that a lot, I'd be like, oh, you guys don't speak real French. Technically, our French is more OG than yours. Oh, that's right. Thank you for translating in today's lingo. Are you the descendant of the king? No. But I'm a descendant of his daughters. By the way, I'm not even making that up. It's complicated. I talked about it before. Wait, actually, it's just a name. Les filles du roi. Yes. They're not actually royalty. It's just a fancy name they gave sex workers that were sent to Canada to help the population grow. It was to make it sound better, I guess. Also, I have no idea if I'm actually a descendant of that. Something I heard that a certain percentage of French Canadians actually are descendant from these women. I think it was like 30 to 40% or something. I don't know. But it's crazy to think about. It's weird to think about. Does that make me royalty, guys? Whoa! Am I cool now? Where's my castle, huh? Where is it? Where's my elderly butler that I can call Alfred that speaks overly politely to me? and aids me with wisdom from his old age because he's old. Wilson, don't you know that the French are made up? France isn't a real country. I wouldn't know. I'm not from there. Zali, no! Disappears, turns into petals. Wind blows by, petals fly away. Zali's a dream. Oh, that's why he's so nice and kind and talented. Now it makes sense. Ha ha ha.